What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric. Today we're going to do a little bit of DCU talk, okay? And unfortunately, the news dropped a day or two ago. Henry Cavill will not be returning as Superman after all. That's the big news. We'll just jump right into that. Really kind of sad news when we thought he was going to be back, and he did come back for a total of about 5 seconds for a cameo in Black Adam, a movie I pretty much enjoyed. I really liked that movie. Still has its issues, but hey, you know, I'll take any good movies at this point. The DCU has been a pretty big disappointment from the beginning. I mean, not from the very beginning. I did like Man of Steel, of course, but they rushed everything, as we all know, and it just ended up being just a mess, okay? And there are some good movies and bad movies, but it was just rushed, and we never really got the development of Henry Cavill's Superman like we should have, like a Man of Steel 2 and, you know, a Batman movie preparing for a amazing movie that is properly built up in Justice League. We never got that. It was rushed. We know that. Batman v Superman was rushed and bad. So at the end of the day, I don't think that the, filmmakers and producers and executives did a very good job with the DCU, but Henry Cavill is a great Superman. So this is still disappointing. Sad that it happened like this, but you know what? James Gunn and the new, the new leaders of the DCU or the DCU or whatever it's being called, they do need to have a fresh slate, and they do need to be able to fix this whole issue and see if they can fix this whole thing or not. This is their opportunity to do so. When Marvel, creating some garbage lately, Marvel is really lost their way over there. I'll just say that. Never been a huge fan of Marvel in the first place. I didn't like the comedy and stuff, but at one time they were the comic book franchise that you go to all day long. DC has a chance to really take that over if they can do a good job here. James Gunn and everyone can do something special here coming up. We'll see if they succeed or not. Or if they fall into some of the same traps that Marvel has fallen into. We'll wait and see. But one thing's for sure, Henry Cavill will no longer be donning the red cape as Superman. Here's his statement. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, prior to the hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists. The examples he set are still there for us, are still there. So my turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with y'all, onwards and upwards. And here's James Gunn tweeting out about how they have an entire DC slate ready to go, which we couldn't be more over the moon about. We'll begin to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. And, I'm pretty excited about it, but at the same time, I'm tempering my expectations on all of that because it's been just such a disappointment so far. I do need to do another DCU ranking, but it's just been all over the place. Shazam 2 is coming, and I didn't really love Shazam. I'm kind of in the minority with that. A lot of people loved it, but, I thought it was kind of silly and not that funny personally. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the DC going forward. A lot of crazy stuff is happening, as well as with Patty Jenkins. There were rumors that she pulled the plug on Wonder Woman 3, that they weren't getting along with the script, that they didn't like her script. They wanted to make some changes. She said, screw this, and walked out. There's been a lot of issues with her projects and some of her films and some of the things that she works on. So this is not the first time. And now she is kind of coming out and saying that was not true. But you know what? All this drama here, the end of the day, I ready for all due respect, Patty Jenkins. I thought the first Wonder Woman was fantastic, but I think whatever, I don't know what happened here. Wonder Woman 1984, maybe she was given too much creative control. That movie was terrible. Wonder Woman 1984, the script was god awful. I still love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, of course. She is absolutely fantastic, and I want her to continue in the role, but I'm completely okay. All due respect, Patty Jenkins, I'm completely okay with someone else coming in here and taking over this film. I want to say franchise, but I don't know if I guess it's its own little franchise within a bigger franchise in the DCU. But anyway, yeah, I would love someone else to take over creative control and bring in some new writers here. I mean, all due respect again, Patty Jenkins. I haven't seen a lot of great stuff. I've never been a huge fan, but I do love the original, not the original, but the first Wonder Woman 1. That movie is really good. It's still got its flaws. It's still got its flaws. It's not a perfect movie, but that's the one right there. The first Wonder Woman movie is actually, it's one of my favorite movies in the entire DC. I won't say it's my absolute favorite until the ranking comes out, but hey, you can watch one of my old ranking videos and you'll see where it lands. And I believe has been number one in the past. We'll see. Right now, I'm going to rewatch everything in the DCU. I'm going to start a review series, starting with Man of Steel moving forward. And I already reviewed Black Adam and some of the newer ones. And then we'll do a fresh ranking, and we'll see if it's still numero uno, which I would highly suspect it would be. I love the first Wonder Woman movie, but Wonder Woman 1984, big epic fail, completely sucked. I mean, just sucked. It's just a terrible movie. So we'll see what happens with the Wonder Woman movies, where they decide to go with that. Are they going to stick with Gal Gadot? Are they going to recast everybody? Recasting everyone? Obviously, they're not going to recast everyone, but we'll see, you know. And these are human beings, these actors. They do age. Gal Gadot still looks fantastic. I expect she will for quite a while longer, but at some point, yeah, recasting has to happen. Fresh starts have to happen. This is part of the deal, but they did not do a good job with these actors, with Henry Cavill, or Gal Gadot for that matter, by rushing Justice League, and they just didn't do a great job. So we'll see what happens going forward. I'm looking forward to next year, and we'll see where the DC goes from here. But crazy news, crazy stuff going on in the Superman, crazy stuff going on with Wonder Woman. Batman is even crazy too, because it's completely in its own world right now. It's not even part of the main DCU because they couldn't ever do anything with Ben Affleck. You know, he's out. So obviously we have the Batman movie, which is kind of a side thing. The Joker's another side thing. They're not really related. They're working on Joker 2. They're working on Batman 2, which are not really connected to my knowledge. So, and neither of them are connected to the main DCU. It's all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you think down in that comment section down below. I am looking forward to Joker. I love Joker. I just watched Joker again the other day. It's probably my number one comic book movie of all time, but still, we have no connection to the DCU. It's just been an absolute mess. Maybe making a universe isn't the best thing. Just because Marvel did it, maybe it's not even the best thing. Maybe just make individual movies or something. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. We'll talk to you next time.